Gfan 84, and it's time for the runner-up to the poll. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Yes, and here we go. The runner-up to the poll. Mark was able to send this to back with it so I could show you guys what the box looks like. Now, I probably won't end up keeping this. Quite honestly, I don't know if I am or not. I might just throw it up in the attic, and then one day when I get sick of just seeing it up there, taking up space, I might just end up tossing it. So here we go. Fighting the glare. Sorry, guys. We got the Godzilla. This is the 1992 Kaiyodo, Yuji Sakai. If you know me, I love Yuji Sakai. And I always wanted, here's the sides, I wanted a representation of Kaiyodo. And I thought, why not this 92? And it was a Yuji Sakai. So I was like, hell yeah. The inside. Now, the way this would be the top of the box. And I believe the other part of the box was white. So it would just fold right over top of it and just slide right in. Nothing real special. And when you're in model kits, the boxes are pretty much useless after they're built. They are there to house the individual pieces, but when it's put together, it is way bigger than what this box is. So some people like to collect them. Now there's some that I will probably hang on to just because I really like it. This might be it too, because I just might keep it like this because I really do like Yuji Sakai, and this is my first model kit of Yuji Sakai. I have another one, spoiler, and it's a shin-sized Godzilla. We'll leave it at that. So this is the box. Like I said, one day I just might go up into the attic and I just might be like, hey, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. It serves no purpose now. Here's the instructions. Mark was gracious enough to send this. Now, I think I forgot to say I think he sent the other ones. The little one. Oh, there's nothing there. Blank. The little one too, but I think it was lost into the box and I just was not going to deal with it. When Mark sends stuff, he sends them with a bunch of peanuts, packing peanuts. And I sure as the hell was not going to sift through all that. So I just dumped them right out into the trash and away you go. So now that you've seen the box, you've seen the representation of the 92 Kaiyodo, Yuji Sakai. Let's get to the beast himself. And here we go. The 1992 Yuji Sakai Kaiyodo. This thing is incredible. Now, this is a vinyl. It is not resin. Like I said, I want to try to get away from vinyl because even if it is assembly, it still loses a shrink or inch or two. And then maybe even an inch and a half. We'll see a comparison because Yuji Sakai's vinyls are even more smaller than a normal vinyl. Now, like I said, I wanted a Kaiyodo, and Yuji Sakai being my favorite sculptor, this was a win-win. And the price point was right there. I think, like I said, it's been about a year and a half. I think the price point was $50 or I want to say $60 or $70. It wasn't a whole lot. Fantastic piece. Let's get you a little up close and personal of Mark Seng Yang's work. This is incredible. And what he told me when we were discussing this, because when you go through Mark, he's very transparent when he does this stuff. He will tell you a lot of the process, and it's pretty cool finding out. The bottom of the feet of the Kaiyodos are not attached to the legs, so you have to put them on separately, which is kind of weird, and it's kind of cool process. So all that is sculpted on, I would say, by Mark. Look at that. Just fan-freaking-tastic. He did this representation of the 92 Godzilla. Fantastic. Quite honestly, it's hard to beat Mark in doing Godzillas. Fan-freaking-tastic. Even the dorsals. I love it. It's amazing. Mark is a fantastic artist, and he does not skip any process. There's the mouth. And the thing that got me the most was, now you'll be able to see it more in a closer look. I'll see what I can do here. The tongue, and even Kaiyodo for sculpting that. The tongue has so many grooves into it. It is fantastic. It's really a fantastic piece. Like I said, I'm not really into trying to get into vinyls anymore. Doesn't mean I'm not going to purchase any more X Pluses, because when X Plus does their original sculpts, a lot of times, 7/8 of the time, they're fantastic sculpts. The Ride, the new Bagon. I mean, I can go on and on. Gamera 99, I think that was original sculpt. But when they're doing their FSL line, me personally, and this is just my thoughts, I would rather have the resin kit. And you're going to start seeing some of their FSL lines in the resin kit form on this channel. We have a version of one of their FSLs coming down the line from Mark, and maybe a couple other ones later on, foreshadowing. So yeah, enough of this part. Let's go to a closer look. Here we are with a closer look. As always, let's get a size on this beautiful 92. From the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail is 15 inches. And from the bottom of the foot to the crown of the head is 10 7/8, just shy of 11 inches. Here we are with a closer look. As you can see, wow, Kaiyodo with this sculpt. Mark bringing it to life. Look at those eyes. Fantastic. The fiery sun it reminds me of. This is incredible. Now, let's hit that tongue I was telling you guys about. If I can pick it up here. Look at that. That's just incredible. I'm telling you what. The level of detail here, incredible. I can't, look at that. Even the roof of the mouth. The double row of teeth. I just now picked that up. I didn't catch it my first time. Incredible. You got the textures of the wrinkles of the neck. Let's go to the side profile. You got the ears onto it. Oh, geez. This is incredible. Now, Mark threw in some brown into this whole paint scheme, because if you remember right, it's supposed to represent mud, obviously. If you remember correctly, he was most of the time in the water. And if you're going to be in the water for most of the movie, obviously you're going to have mud on you. And this is what he tried to show into this piece of art. Tip of the tail. And as always, you have, you can always tell from especially resins, you're going to have your seam joints. And it's pretty evident right there. which is no big deal. You know what you're getting yourself into. Just look at the level of detail. Now let's check out those feet that I was telling you guys about. You can see, if he would have never told me about the bottom of the pads of the feet being its own individual piece, I would have never even known, to be honest. I thought those would have just been, indents of him walking along. Fantastic, Mark. And Yuji Sakai for this sculpt. Wow. You can see why I'm such a fan. Yuji Sakai, Niwa, and Bill Gundenson from Resin Shaft. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Some of my favorite sculptors. Now you can see the evident look of the suit with the sunken piece of material that they used. I know people like to joke on GMK about having a dad bod, but wow, this is definitely, something else there. You can even see the mud textures right there. Right in there. And I really do want to say, you got some right in there too on the claws as we take a look. After seeing this, Mark and Burly Vang give it that extra layer. Maybe I would give the edge a little bit more to Burly. You got the extra layers that they throw into this that make you look at it a couple times and you're still finding stuff out. Fantastic job from those guys. Let's take a look at the back. There's a lot to really digest with this. This is a fantastic piece for sure. And we'll go up the bottom. Look at that. It just, especially right there, that looks like straight up mud coming up. This is fantastic. The level of detail here. Now I know a lot of people would probably be, well, I want it all one color, this or that. No, this is fantastic because it's straight representation of a lot of the scenes of that movie, especially. Well, let's go to a size comparison. And here we are with our first size comparison. We have X Plus's 1984 Yuji Sakai going up against the Kaiyodo 1992 Yuji Sakai. As you can see, their size are pretty much on par. I would even say, if this would be reality, the 92 should have been a little bit bigger, but like with vinyl, especially Yuji Sakai sculpts, there you get shrunk exponentially. So let's go to our next size comparison. Here we are with our next size comparison. We got the X Plus Super Toho 99 2000 Godzilla against the Kaiyodo. As you can see, the X Plus Super Toho is pretty much a true 30 centimeter. Might even be a little bit shy of it, but pretty dang close. You can see how much it towers over this Kaiyodo and the Yuji Sakai. And here we are with our final size comparison. We have the radioactive resin Burly Vang Imposter Godzilla 30 centimeter going up against the Kaiyodo 92 Yuji Sakai. As you can see, there is a huge difference, size and girth, to resin and vinyl. Wow, this really puts an eye-opener on things. Let's go to final thoughts. The Godzilla 1992 Kaiyodo Yuji Sakai by Mark Seng Yang. This thing is incredible. It is just a fantastic piece. Kaiyodo, props to you for putting this kit out. Yuji Sakai, He is phenomenal. I don't got to sing his praises because you should already know. Mark Seng Yang, another person I shouldn't have to sing his praises. You should already know. The man killing this design. Mark, you did a fantastic job. I am 2,000% thrilled with this. Fantastic. I can't wait to see the rest of my stuff come through from you. Excuse me. Yeah, if you don't have this piece, you should definitely pick it up. This is 2 thumbs up. Once again, I get if you're a resin guy, a model kit, and you don't want to pick up this vinyl. I get it. It makes sense. But to me, I wanted a piece of Kaiyodo in my collection, just like I'm going to have some X Plus and some other companies. This is a fantastic piece. Like I said before, it's a Yuji Sakai, my favorite sculptor. Yeah, not much more I can say about this. Thanks again to Mark Seng Yang. Information will be down in the description. Hit him up. Do you need some projects done? And there we have it. Godzilla 1992. Kaiyodo by Yuji Sakai. Built and painted by Mark Seng Yang. This is Gfan 84. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. And I'll see you next time. Take care.